KC, we run the ring, we run the yard, we run it all. Kansas, what you screaming out? KC, we run the ring, we run the yard, we run it all. Kansas, what you screaming out? What you screaming out? What you talking about? What you screaming about? Fight KC, everybody say, fight KC, come on, fight KC, what you screaming out? Fight KC, what you talking about? Fight KC, come on, fight KC. What you talking about?
Are you ready for?
Looks like we are off and running to the races here on the National Wrestling League, Kansas City. Ben Miller sitting with Christopher Fulton, and the Howletts have already made their presence felt here tonight.
They've done a lot of dastardly things, but I gotta say the best thing they've ever done is running off Don Diablo right there. I like these guys already.
Oh boy, what do the Howletts have in store for us here tonight on this episode of NWL?
Okay, shut up for a second, I'm about to talk. Tonight, Major decided not to schedule us in a match.
Oh, look at those souvenir handcuffs.
Are you happy? Usually, we would be pretty angry about this and somebody would have to pay, but we're actually in a pretty good mood tonight. Yeah.
I'm in a good mood.
Do you guys know why?
I'm sure
Do you guys know why we're in a good mood? Do you remember what happened last week? Huh? After we embarrassed Red Cloud and shaved off his precious beard, he's not here tonight because of it.
Unbelievable. I can't believe the gall of the Howletts showing that shave.
You know, I have a vision. The Howletts have a vision for the NWL, and it involves the president, Major Bazin. You see, the future of the NWL involves, shut your mouth! The future for Major is him coming out here and doing one of his stupid PowerPoints, but instead of feeding you useless information, he's gonna get down on his hands and knees and he's gonna beg the Howletts not to burn his precious Kansas City territory to the ground.
Wow. Unbelievable statement by Leonel Howlett.
And instead, you know what? We'll get to the future later. Let's talk about the past, because we haven't been able to stop watching this video, so we're gonna go ahead and let all of you in on the action. Let's take a look at what happened 2 weeks ago.
Look, he's going down.
Down.
Choke slam, double choke slam through that table.
What are the Howletts doing with those clippers?
Going right for the beard.
Oh,
the ceremonial
no.
beard.
Just mocking him. Unbelievable.
Howletts
Get the
out.
Howletts out of there. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
And the Howletts just leveled the security guards.
Shots to the security guards. That didn't work. Wait a minute. Now here comes everybody.
The locker
All
room
the
is...
security guards.
You see, like Marco said, we're not upset that we don't have a match tonight, because frankly, we could beat up those morons in the orange shirts all night long. Okay?
Whoa.
So guards and what is this?
It looks like a couple of the security guards that they jumped last time here in the Scottish Rite Temple are coming out to defend themselves. Imagine the intestinal fortitude of these two young men being willing to step in the ring with the Howletts, the most dangerous tag team.
What are you two doing out here? Are you out of your minds? What are you doing out
I
here?
don't know if this is a smart move.
Hold on. I think I know what's going on here. Do you two want to match with us?
Hey.
Unbelievable. These young kids here, the security team, they want to match with the Howletts here tonight.
Listen, we're not dressed to compete right now. So Hold on. Frankly, you two are security staff, so you don't deserve to face the best tag team in the NWL.
Highly debatable point.
That's a good idea. However, because this is so much of a joke, Marco, that's a great idea. I'm gonna take the two of you on myself.
Wow. Oh, we got a handicap match here. Leonel Howlett believes he is a big enough man, if you will, to take on both members of the security team.
Security team. I believe that the taller of the two is Shane, and that is Bradley, I believe.
Bradley going to the outside.
Bradley?
I think it's Bradley.
I don't even know their names.
I've met him a couple times. They have yet to really lock their names into memory, but one thing's for sure, these kids got guts, and Shane just swept out the legs of Leonel Howlett and hammered away with right hands to the forehead. Missing a clothesline. What? It looks like a double suplex.
Wow.
Nicely executed here by these two security staff. Looks like Bradley's in the ring now. Going for a quick cover, gets a one. Look at these kids, quick tags, in and out. Looks like they know a little something about wrestling. Double arm drag takeover. Leonel might be reeling here from this onslaught. Only gets a one count again.
Maybe not a smart move by Leonel's on Leonel's part to take on these two guys. These guys are fired up.
These guys are looking for maybe a little bit of revenge after being beaten up last week by the Howletts. There's a kick down to the midsection, right hand, right across the face. Hard clubbing forearm strikes to the back of the security member here, dropping the knee right in the back of his head.
These two guys showing an awful lot of guts, that's for sure. Not a lot of brains, though. I think. What do you think of those orange shirts? You like that uniform? It certainly stands out. Now here's the time. Okay, it's good to throw out at some drunks. You know, it's good to handle unruly patrons, right? But you're in the ring right now with a trained professional, and that's really starting to show. Leonel Howlett showing you why he's one of the most dangerous men in the NWL.
Leonel showing in a lot of confidence here, willing to take on both members of the team. That's how certain he is that the Howletts are one of the most dominating teams in the National Wrestling League. Hip toss takeover, catches him with the heel of his boot on that leg drop, but gets all of that senton right across the chest of Shane. I am impressed that these kids are showing a lot of guts by stepping in the ring with Marco and Leonel Howlett.
Well, I wonder if they're getting paid any extra. Is this part of what they're getting paid tonight, to go in there and get beat up? Or are they, these guys are on the clock. Shouldn't they be watching the front door or something like that? I mean, I don't know about you. I'm not in charge of the security team, but seems like they should be working.
Right hands to the midsection. Shane trying to find a way out of the grasp of Leonel Howlett. That might do it with a big boot to the face. Makes a tag in here to Bradley. Bradley coming in the ring with a series of forearm strikes to the face of Leonel Howlett. Trying to find some momentum, hoping to put him away and get a surprise victory, but it's not going to happen when Leonel Howlett has big boots like that right to the face of Bradley. Shane coming right back in the ring, gets caught with a forearm.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Look at this, a pipe right to the head. Now this is unnecessary. He does not need to do this to the security team to pick up a victory.
Not exactly a handicap match anymore. When you have that pipe as an equalizer. Look at that. He's going to beat them both.
Give me a break, 2 and 3. And Leonel Howlett puts away both members of the security team here in our opening contest tonight on the National Wrestling League.
Look, just when you think you've got these guys painted into a corner, they come out fighting, they come out standing tall. Look, he's asking that jump man if he wants to get in there too.
Leonel Howlett picks up a handicap victory here tonight, but I can promise you there are other teams that are wanting to step up to the plate and take the heads off of Marco and Leonel, the Howletts. And with that, we'll be right back after this first commercial break.
This is the Mile High Magnum Dak Draper, and you're watching NWL KC.
Oh, here we go. We are back from commercial, and we are starting off with a bang, if you will. Niles Plunk,
Ladies and gentlemen,
with his
it's
new
now time for the
segment.
tasting room with Niles Blanc. And here's your host, Niles Blanc.
The tasting room with Niles Blanc is on the air.
Oh, I can't believe it. I mean, you talk about charismatic, you talk about charming, you talk about classy. Boy, this is exactly what this TV show needs. More Niles Blanc.
Niles Blanc, the manservant Belvedere, his steward, if you will, is already in the ring, willing to. I wonder who Niles' first guest is going to be. Now, he told me backstage, he said, Ben, this is going to be a segment to rival any other professional wrestling segment out there. I have cornered the market on the best guests and the best furniture and, of course, the best wine for this segment.
Already got to tell Belvedere to do his own job. This guy, he's terrible. He should fire Belvedere.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the tasting room. I am the connoisseur, Niles Blanc. Oh, rich Corinthian leather.
Looks like
I
a
am
nice couch.
excited to be able to bring to you copious amounts of class with a fervent desire for sophistication.
Well, we certainly need it.
In the tasting room, we will have many high-class guests. We will touch upon high society topics. The first thing I would like to discuss with you is the 2015 Blanc Reserve wine.
Available at the concessions.
This
here.
is the vintage of choice this evening, and it's available at the NWL concession stand.
Looks fantastic. I think you can get that online as well, can't you?
Full-bodied, tart with hints of oak. This truly is something worthy of the Blanc name. And Niles Blanc knows that in marketing, his name alone would sell a lot of wine, but I also know in this day and age that we need some social media guidance. So, ladies and gentlemen, my first guest for this evening, please stand and welcome the brand, Chad Barstool.
Wow.
We haven't seen Chad Barstow in a minute here in the National Wrestling League, and apparently he's going to help launch Niles Blanc to the stratosphere as far as social media is concerned.
Well, I couldn't pick a better pick for something like that. You know, this guy's got like 19 million followers on Twitter, some sort of 18 million on Instagram as well. Look, I think he's live tweeting right now, as a matter of fact. This guy is always working. He's all about the brand, all about social media. It couldn't get a better pick.
What a first guest to have here on the inaugural tasting room segment with
See
Niles
that?
Blanc.
The little nose trick there to Belvedere. That was great.
Chad, please have a seat. Please have a seat.
I think we can see this online.
Here you
even.
go, some Blanc Reserve, Chad. Yes. Yeah. Cheers, Chad. So, Chad, as a person who has many likes, has many followers on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, can you please enlighten me what it takes to gain so many followers?
Well, first off, you have to be pretty good looking to begin with. I mean, come on, I got that. If anybody here in Kansas City, on the other hand, is wanting to get as many followers as me, they're going to have to use quite a bit of plastic surgery.
He's a handsome man.
Well, Chad,
Nerve of
Chad, in all fairness, now, we do have wine, and we do know that the more wine we drink, the better people will look.
Especially here in Kansas City, that's true.
You better have a whole lot of wine with this.
That's very true. Hey, cheers to that, Chad.
Getting a nice chuckle, making fun of the great fans here in the Scottish Rite Temple.
He just spin the couch.
So, Chad, can you please tell me what these people here can do to maybe start gaining some followers?
Well, like I said, be better looking, and good Lord, I guess maybe fly in some better looking people from a different state, move most of these people out of here.
I think that would help. That's sound advice.
That's very true, Chad. So tell us a little bit about your success, about certain followers you may have. How many followers do you have, Chad?
Oh, 2-minute account. I have more followers than, let's see, the Cash Me Outside girl.
I love her.
I have more followers than Paris Hilton, the Kardashians, and the president. Oh, and by the way, since you're a wine connoisseur, I was like Mad Dog 2020, Boone's Farm. I have more followers than both them put together. Like,
Give me a break. What a ridiculous
Yes,
statement by
that's
Chad
quite impressive,
Barstow.
Chad.
but yeah, like, and also like all the management, like I have trying to come at me right now at this current point. It's amazing at all.
He's a hot
all the
property.
managers coming this way, that way. They're like, Chad, everybody wants a piece of the brand.
Well, you want to talk about a hot property here in the National Wrestling League? Roscoe Leach
This guy,
is making his way. He's coming into the tasting room with Niles and Chad Barstow. I like this.
What does this guy have to say? I have had enough of Roscoe Leach. We're having a nice civil chat here, very intellectual, and then this guy has to interrupt. Come on, give me a break. Roscoe
Leach, I wonder what he wants.
I'm Roscoe Leach. Now, with all due respect to Mr. Niles Plunk
It's
and the
Plunke.
taste testing session, I came out here to talk to Chad Barstool.
Barstow.
It's Chad Barstow. I love
Now,
Roscoe
Chad, I
Leach.
understand that you've got a problem with your Twitter box and there's a bunch of people following you around. Exactly the type of benefit that you could receive from the Leach Talent Agency. We get those people to stop following you.
I don't think
The only person I see following me is you, and I do not want this to happen. I've turned you down before. Why are you out here right now?
Well, I don't know if you know about this or not, but my top client, Lockdown Ray Briggs, he's in the locker room right now, and we've been working hard every day, getting him prepared to put some W's up on the board. And I don't know about you, but maybe you could learn a thing or two from Lockdown Ray Briggs inside this very ring and just see what the benefit of LTA could be to you. What do you think about that?
All right, first off, Ray Briggs, I've already beaten Ray Briggs, and now that you're managing him, that's like a handicap match, and the handicap is you being out there. So you know what? You got yourself a deal.
Oh, he's going to take on Ray Briggs, I guess, huh?
Looks like we have a match.
Well, I think that went really well.
Chad Barstow accepted the opportunity to face Ray Briggs here tonight. Incredible.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the tasting room is closed. That's just a taste of things to come. Cheers. Now we'll give it back to this $2 Chuck.
And we'll be right back here on the National Wrestling League.
Blow.
What's up, guys? I'm Jet Royal. I'm Jax Royal. We're the Royal Blood, and you're watching NWL KC.
May go, and we gon' give them what they want. We got the flips.
It's the rivalry of the century. NWL Kansas City takes on NWL St. Louis. Jeremy Wyatt's
he's
calling
got him.
for the coronation.
That's it.
And this is it. 1, 2, 3. Wrestling, he can do it all. Nice exchange on a leg lariat. Now he's got Jay Lutz up in the mile high Dr.
Another one.
Bomb.
Wow.
Jason Pemberton coming 2, 3.
He's got
That's
it.
That's it. Blade Meeks picks up the victory for Team Kansas City, would have to say. And we're underway already. He's known for his shooting star press connects. And this is it. 2, 3. The underground get put away by the Royal Blood in our main event. Going for a blockbuster. Holy pussy holding him up here by Zuko knee. Could be it. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Blood Brothers have now picked up a victory. Here's the representative of Fight KC.
It's him. He's back.
Jack Foster is here. The return of Jack Foster.
goodness.
Chest 2.
That's it.
3.
Nobody
Fight
gets up from that.
Monster Jack, who will win here tonight at the Scottish Rite Temple. And believe it or not, folks, it is already main event time here in the NWL KC, and it's Jeremy Wyatt taking on the violent artist, Kyle O'Reilly.
This is a match I've definitely been looking forward to. Not only the stakes are high, because both these two are incredible athletes, but the stakes are really getting high for the I-70 series. And tie it up.
That's definitely true. A win here tonight could tie up the I-70 series 4-4. Where it seems like just a few mere weeks ago, Kansas City was dominating the I-70 series. Now, Team STL, Fight STL has a chance to make up, to close that gap and tie it up 4-4 here tonight.
It's a very formidable team right there. Jeremy Wyatt and Michael Strider. These two guys always go in with a very, very solid game plan.
And here he is, the violent artist himself, Kyle O'Reilly, representing Fight STL, is here in the Scottish Rite Temple.
You know, I never got that nickname, the violent artist. He likes to fight, but he also likes to paint. Is that what that means? I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I do know this. This guy is one hell of an athlete. He's one heck of a competitor. Very, very, very tough guy.
Kyle O'Reilly looking to represent Fight STL to his fullest and to also make his debut here in front of all these great fans of the Scottish Rite Temple. This is going to be an incredible match. This is a match that all the fans in the lobby, outside, online,
Ladies and gentlemen, the
we're all
following
talking
contest
about.
is set for one fall and is part of the NWL I-70 series. Kansas City leads 4 over St. Louis 3. Introducing to you right now, to my right, he is from Kansas City, Missouri, weighing 193 pounds, accompanied by Michael Strider, the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt. And right now, the challenger, his opponent, to my left, he is from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 210 pounds, the violent artist, Kyle O'Reilly.
They should have announced this match as a handicap match, because anytime Michael Strider is on the outside of the ring, you can guarantee it's not going to be a fair contest. I do not envy Kyle O'Reilly in this situation.
Well, you know, it's a package deal. You get Jeremy Wyatt and you get Michael Strider. They are one and the same. These two guys seem to share the same brain. You know, they always got that game plan. And maybe you're right. Maybe Kyle O'Reilly is at a slight disadvantage here.
The bell has sounded. We are underway for this important match in the I-70 series. Kyle O'Reilly and Jeremy Wyatt. This is going to be an evenly paced, evenly fought contest. Although Jeremy Wyatt does not have the striking ability of one Kyle O'Reilly, he knows every trick in the book, and you better be sure that he's going to use him here tonight.
Well, you know, not many people in the world have the striking ability of Kyle O'Reilly. Jeremy Wyatt, he knows that, and that's going to be a factor in his game plan for sure. These two guys, very familiar with each other, by the way. The paths have crossed in the past. It's been a few years, but they are definitely guys that once you fight somebody of this caliber, you never forget them. You know, one of the things that I think is very, very interesting, Jeremy Wyatt, not exactly what you would call a fan favorite here in Kansas City, but fans here at the Scottish Rite Temple, well, obviously a very pro-Kansas City crowd, and they find themselves having to, well, sort of to be forced to cheer for Jeremy Wyatt because they want their city to be the winning city. It's a kind of a conundrum for
That's a
these
very
folks.
good point, Christopher. Absolutely. So you're going to see a lot of fans, unfortunately, in their own heart siding with somebody like Jeremy Wyatt. But I think we're going to see the crowd split down the middle, and nice reversal on the hammerlock here. Kyle O'Reilly tries to maintain control here over Jeremy Wyatt. Folks, we got to go to a commercial break. We will bring the rest of this match to you as soon as we return. Come back quickly right here to the NWL.
There you go, Jeremy. Easy.
And we're back here on the National Wrestling League Kansas City. And once again, there's Michael Strider making his presence felt. And he gets his hand stomped on for his efforts. Kyle O'Reilly shoulder blocking Jeremy Wyatt down to the canvas, rolls over Wyatt. Wyatt off the far side here. Nice arm drag, goes into that arm bar. It could be a quick submission here. Jeremy Wyatt wisely rolling over to the ropes, forcing him to break that hold. Did you see how quickly he locked in that arm bar on Jeremy Wyatt?
That's what makes Kyle O'Reilly such a dangerous competitor. A very, very simple, basic move can be turned into a finish just like that. This guy is well-versed in many forms of combat, makes it so that he can just transition from one thing to the next very, very easily. Jeremy Wyatt paying the price for it right now.
And I think that's why they call him the violent artist, dropping that arm right over the shoulder. Now he's already started focusing the attack on that left arm of Jeremy Wyatt, and obviously he wants to soften it up and set it up for maybe another cross arm breaker or any one of the submission moves that Kyle O'Reilly likes to employ.
Well, you're absolutely right. But are you sure that that's why they call him the violent artist? I mean, I think that it has something to do maybe with oil painting. Is that possibly it?
Don't be ridiculous. You know that's not the case. It's because Kyle O'Reilly is a master of so many different forms of martial arts, of ground and pound, of grappling, of jiu-jitsu, kinpo karate, kickboxing. Anything this guy touches in the martial arts, he touches it expertly, and that's why they call him the violent artist. What is he setting him up for here? A nice forearm strike right to the exposed chest of Jeremy Wyatt. Make that two.
A lot of folks would look at that and say, well, why does he have his arm behind his back? Well, it's quite simply, he's stretching those chest, those pectoral muscles out, really kind of opening up those muscles, making it just hurt just that much more. That's comes from years of experience. That's a guy who knows what hurts somebody. And
especially
why.
with this hold right here, he slides him into a cover and got a 2 count. But if you saw the way he was grinding his knuckles into the rib cage, everything Kyle O'Reilly does is going to inflict pain on Jeremy Wyatt here tonight. Jeremy Wyatt reeling after that European uppercut strike by Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, hard kick right to the quad. You could hear that.
One of the things I think that Jeremy Wyatt doesn't get enough credit for, because we always seem to talk about other things that he does very, very well. He's not a big guy. He's not what you would probably call a brawler at all. But this is a guy who can take a lot of punishment. He's always in fantastic shape. But when you're not going to get a victory over Jeremy Wyatt in 5 or 6 minutes. It's going to take you a long, long time. This is a very, very solid competitor and a tough guy as well.
Oh, knee strike, diving knee strike off that apron right to the face of Jeremy Wyatt. And watch that. See, Kyle O'Reilly has got to be careful of that snake right behind him, and he had his eyes on him. And look at Michael Strider trying to back out of it now.
Always part of the plan. Oh, no, look at that's not nice. Stealing the man's sunglasses.
They look way better on Kyle O'Reilly than they did on Michael Strider, that's for sure. Look at Michael Strider. Look at him sleeking around. Grabs a hold of the ankle of Kyle O'Reilly, allowing Jeremy Wyatt to take full advantage of it and dropping a neck breaker right in the ring there, almost on the apron of the ring. Going for a cover here too.
Strider's a proud guy. He's not going to want somebody messing with his things like that. I think Kyle O'Reilly deserved what he got. Maybe he doesn't know the type of competitor that Michael Strider is in his own right. He's not going to take that from Kyle O'Reilly, and he's paying the price for it right now.
Dropping elbows right into the back of the head. Now a hard forearm strike. Jeremy Wyatt showing that he also can strike with the best of them. Now it may not be as fancy as Kyle O'Reilly, but those shots hurt.
A knuckle to the chin is a knuckle to the chin, and I don't care how fancy you deliver it.
Choking him over that second rope, barely break. Now watch Michael Strider, there he goes again, choking the life out of Kyle O'Reilly. One of these days, somebody is going to get Michael Strider, and I have a feeling Thor Terrio is watching this match very closely.
People have been saying they're going to get the best of Michael Strider for about 15 years now, and I haven't seen it happen yet. What makes you think that somebody like Thor is going to be able to do it? I think Michael Strider and Jeremy Wyatt can do whatever they want to, whenever they want to, and they prove it every single week.
Dropping those forearms, or those elbows, excuse me, across the trapezius muscles and then right on top of the head. And now Wyatt wrenching that neck, almost like a vice-like grip on that neck, turning it the wrong way. Doing a little amateur chiropractic work is Jeremy Wyatt, really working on the neck and shoulders of Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah, maybe he'll charge him like 60 or 70 bucks for a half an hour. That's a great scam those chiropractors got, doesn't it?
2. Another neck breaker. You can tell Jeremy Wyatt loves to assault the neck and shoulders of his opponent because he is setting him up for that devastating pile driver, the coronation.
Absolutely. You know, when your neck is sore and stiff, it just affects every single thing that your body does. And, yeah, loosening up those traps. So, Kyle O'Reilly, a very thickly muscled young man. I mean, not overly muscled, you know, but definitely you got to work on that guy, loosen him up, and he'll be right for the pickings for that coronation here very, very soon.
Hard whipping of the buckle, and I saw Kyle O'Reilly's head whip back and almost crack into that turnbuckle. His neck is not doing good right now, and if this onslaught continues, this match will be over before it starts.
That's one thing about Jeremy Wyatt. He is like a shark who starts to smell blood, and he just gets more and more intense. When he thinks that he's got you, he sort of turns it up to another level. He's doing a little showboating right there, maybe a little duck hunting.
Says it's like shooting ducks, chopping away at Kyle O'Reilly in the corner, whip into the buckle, and just chest first. O'Reilly sits down because of that impact on his chest to that buckle. Telling all the fans here that he's the man, and you can tell they want Kansas City to win, but they don't want Jeremy Wyatt to win, so they're conflicted here in the Scottish Rite Temple.
You know, I get that, but I never understood why fans don't like somebody like Jeremy Wyatt or Michael Strider. These guys are winners. Well, I suppose here in Kansas City, you love the Chiefs, right? The Chiefs are anything but winners, so I suppose it's something in the water around here. I don't know. To me, I would want to cheer for a guy who's won titles all over the country, but that's just me. I'm a winner.
Hard kicks and strikes to the face by Kyle O'Reilly. You brought up the point earlier that both of these men have fought before, and wonder how much has changed over the years since the last time these two met in the ring for both athletes.
You know, I think that things definitely do change. You get more skilled, you get more experienced. But that fighting spirit that you have, you either have it or you don't have it. Now, that's one thing for sure, that those two men in the ring right there have it. I'm not talking about Nick Chin. I think that Nick Chin obviously doesn't have it.
Oh, he's a great referee.
Nick Chin is a terrible person, and I'm surprised we still employ him. Can't count to 3 most days.
Hard forearm, trading forearm strikes here in the center of the ring, and Jeremy Wyatt puts it into it with a chin breaker. Always one step ahead of his opponents is this Jeremy Wyatt, and that's no exception. Whip off the other side. Nice reverse elbow by Jeremy Wyatt. Going for a quick cover here. 1, 2, almost 3. It takes 3 seconds here in our great business to pick up a victory and go to the pay window, and I think he shocked Kyle O'Reilly with that onslaught of moves. He almost picked up the 1, 2, 3 here tonight.
It's getting closer and closer. Every 2 count that Jeremy Wyatt gets is just closer and closer to that 3 count. But Kyle O'Reilly, this is a guy who is so resilient, so tough. See, just like
he's rolling him up here too.
You might think this guy is down and out, and he is going to pull something like that out of his bag of tricks for sure.
Nice kick to the face. Going for a cover again is Jeremy Wyatt, unsuccessful at that attempt, and goes right back to a rear chin lock, trying to exhaust, trying to take more of that gas out of Kyle O'Reilly.
Both of these men knew that they were in for a long, long night tonight. You just got to just wear him down. He knows he's not going to get that quick victory. Sure, try for it if you can, but this is what this match is going to turn into. Who can outlast the other one?
Fans, if you like what you're watching here on 38th The Spot, we appreciate you tuning in. Please go buy some tickets for the next time we're at the Scottish Rite Temple. FightKC.com for all your ticketing needs.
You know, as great as it is to listen to my voice here on television, it's very, very exciting. This Scottish Rite Temple is a fantastic place to watch a wrestling show. So if you haven't got your tickets, yeah, absolutely get out here and check it out, and maybe sit close to me so you can hear me espouse all of my wisdom.
Hard knee strikes to the chest of Jeremy Wyatt. Now you're going to start seeing the educated feet and hands of Kyle O'Reilly as he sweeps the leg out from Jeremy Wyatt. And he's got that look in his face, and when he gets that look, he's starting to feel the momentum transfer to his side, and it could be short from now where Jeremy Wyatt gets put down for the 1-2-3. Nice forearm strike there by Kyle O'Reilly.
This guy is so quick and so tough.
Oh, drops him now. Looks like he's got him in that knee bar. Looking for a submission here. Look how tight he's got that knee bar on Jeremy Wyatt. Jeremy Wyatt knows he's in trouble and trying to figure a way out of it. Now he hooks him with a heel hook. So he's got him in a knee bar and a heel hook at the same time. And Jeremy Wyatt raking the sole of the boot across the face of Kyle O'Reilly, trying to figure a way out of this move, and makes it wisely to the ropes.
Absolutely. If he was going to stick in that hold just a few more seconds, this match would be over. Jeremy Wyatt's knee might, in fact, be over right now. He had lots of points of contact there, like you said, working the ankle, working the knee, also working on the hip as well. Kyle O'Reilly really going after a sore spot here for Jeremy Wyatt.
What's great about Kyle O'Reilly is you saw earlier in this match he was working over the arm, perhaps setting him up for an arm bar or an omoplata, any kind of submission he can get his hands on. But now he saw an opening on the leg, and now his focus is his attack on Jeremy Wyatt's leg. Smart game plan by Kyle O'Reilly.
You know, I went to school with omoplata. Actually, omoplata's mother worked in the school cafeteria for us. I don't know if you knew that.
Omoplata's a submission move. Do you just come in and sit down and hope to call things the right way, or do you just rely on me?
Well, if I relied on you, I would be in an awful lot of trouble. Jeremy Wyatt's not relying on anybody right now.
Jeremy Wyatt rolling him up with a handful of tights. Almost gets a 3 count there.
As long as Nick Chin doesn't see it, it didn't happen, right?
Forearm strike to the face by Jeremy Wyatt. Jeremy Wyatt still has a lot of fight left in him. And Kyle O'Reilly, once again, focusing on that arm again. DDT plants him in the middle of the ring. Put it into that onslaught that Kyle O'Reilly was starting to put together on that arm. Going for a cover here. 1, 2, almost 3. That was so close.
Very, very close right there. Not a lot of lot of mustard on that DDT there. Definitely could tell that these two guys are feeling worse for wear right now, but it's enough to change the tide of this match as Kyle O'Reilly, wisely, Jeremy Wyatt going back to work on the head and the neck of Kyle O'Reilly, sticking to his game plan he has for this whole entire match.
I think Jeremy Wyatt just signaled for the coronation pile driver. He says he is going to put away Kyle O'Reilly right here, right now. He's done playing games. Well, Kyle O'Reilly goes between the legs, hard forearm strike to the face, and Wyatt answers with one of his own. O'Reilly going back and forth here, again goes back to that leg, and a brutal knee strike sends Wyatt almost out of the ring. Did you see the impact on that knee strike?
Unbelievable impact. I think I saw Jeremy Wyatt's eyes roll in the back of his head there after he got hit with that knee.
Kyle O'Reilly choosing not to go for the cover, but let Jeremy Wyatt get back up to his feet. What is he going for? He could be going for that sheer drop brainbuster. Jeremy Wyatt puts the brakes on that. Dropping down to one knee, making sure Kyle O'Reilly cannot get that off. Once again, Wyatt puts the brakes on it. Oh, now it looks like he's got that choke on. If he drops to his back and wraps the legs around the midsection of Jeremy Wyatt, this could be it. Is Jeremy Wyatt fading here?
You know, one of the things that we haven't really mentioned in this match, both these guys, of course, it is a I-70 series match, one from Kansas City and one from St. Louis, but both of these men actually natives of their respective city. And you can tell that even if it wasn't for the NWL, these guys have those bragging rights for their city, and you can see it in this match right here. Both these guys giving it their all, whether or not the NWL has anything to do with it at all.
Oh, now, look at this, Michael Strider before the hand drop for the third time. Michael Strider distracting Nick Chin. And gets kicked in the face by Kyle O'Reilly, and it serves him right. Maybe he'll keep his nose out of this matchup.
I didn't see the hand drop. It looks like Wyatt still has a little gas left in the tank.
Hard strikes to the face. What is he doing? He's going for that sheer drop, brain buster. It connects. Going for the. This could be it. 2, 3. Oh, so close. Wyatt barely got the left shoulder off the mat just in the nick of time. And what's going to happen if Kyle O'Reilly is able to put away Jeremy Wyatt? He goes back across the I-70 with a lot of bragging rights and maybe even a future title shot once they crown a champion over in St. Louis.
Well, you know, that's got to be on the mind of Kyle O'Reilly. This guy's a professional. He's won titles all over the world. I can guarantee you that it would mean a lot to him to be the very first NWL St. Louis champion. Of course, he's not in the tournament, but he would certainly maybe like to be the second champion, right?
Kyle O'Reilly going to the top rope. I don't know what he was planning there, but Jeremy Wyatt cut him off and connects with a headbutt. Oh, look, he looks like he's going for that double wrist lock.
It's not going to do him a lot of good there on the ropes, but it's certainly going to do some damage to Wyatt.
Maybe he's making sure Wyatt can't execute any type of maneuver off that top rope. And Wyatt, unrelenting, going back up to the top rope, showing great agility, hooks him in for a superplex and drives him right in the center of the ring. If he gets a cover here, this could be it for Kyle O'Reilly.
You know, the superplex, one of the most deadly moves in all of professional wrestling, but it takes just about as much out of you as it does your opponent. Really sort of a desperation move there. It's all or nothing with the superplex.
Oh, Wyatt skinning the cat, getting up on the top rope. He could be going for that top rope elbow drop to put an exclamation point on this match with Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly right for the pickets.
Wyatt's
right
up and he drops the elbow, but the elbow was met by the knees of Kyle O'Reilly. Smart move by O'Reilly. He gets caught with a boot in the face. O'Reilly with a rebound lariat, turning Wyatt inside out, and both men are down.
Nick Chin's going to have to put a count on both of these guys, really struggling to get to their feet.
Referee Nick Chin putting the count on both of these athletes. If he makes it to 10, this match will be over.
I don't know how much each one of these men have left. We can tell that this match has definitely taken its toll on both of them. Both of them are up with fists clenched, though. They're both still ready to fight.
Crowd is chanting, this is awesome. They love the action they're seeing here. And Wyatt with a scintillating headbutt and gets answered with an O'Reilly right hand. Both men refusing to give an inch to the other. Nice kick to the quad again by O'Reilly. And O'Reilly with a hard forearm strike. Make that 2. And a third one connects. And he is firing away at Jeremy Wyatt. Hoping to go for that psycho kill. Backslide attempt. O'Reilly rolls out. Oh, he's trying to go for that driver. And again goes for that guillotine. Both men exchanging blows here. He drives him right on the back of his neck. This could be it. 1, 2. Oh, so close.
Continuing to work on the back of the head and the neck of Kyle O'Reilly. He's set him up. There he goes. Here he goes.
Yeah, now he's going to get him up in that coronation. It looks like he blocked it. And now, oh, there's the cross arm breaker. He's going for the arm breaker. Jeremy Wyatt trying to clasp his hands so he can't get that arm breaker. And it looks like O'Reilly fighting it off. And oh, now he's rolled O'Reilly back onto his shoulders. He's tapping out. He's tapping out.
Here is your winner.
He got the 3 count.
Wait, but Jeremy Wyatt was tapping out. This is Nick Chin did not see.
Beautiful maneuver by Michael Strider and Jeremy Wyatt. These two guys, and they're always one step ahead of everybody. I didn't see him
Jeremy
tap out.
Wyatt
Quit
was
spreading
tapping
rumors.
out.
Quit spreading rumors.
And Kyle O'Reilly had his shoulders down. Nick Chin
What
counted
is
to
this?
three.
Look at
and
this.
Lucas Thortario is behind Michael Strider and just kicked him right in the back.
What is he doing out here?
Thortario has had enough of Michael Strider and Jeremy Wyatt. I can't believe what we've witnessed here tonight. Jeremy Wyatt literally stealing a victory from Kyle O'Reilly.
He didn't steal anything. He got the 1, 2, 3. Nick Chin counted it. He didn't use any foreign object or anything like that. I didn't see him tap out. Thortario sticking his nose into where it
looks
doesn't
like
belong.
Thortario is now wants to get revenge on Jeremy Wyatt, and Jeremy Wyatt is backed up into a wall that is known as Kyle O'Reilly, and there's no way O'Reilly's going to accept this defeat, and he grabs Jeremy Wyatt in a sleeper hold. Thortario up. Looks like he fed him into the Ragnarok. This could be the Ragnarok Gutbuster. And he just drops Jeremy Wyatt over his knees.
This is absolutely unnecessary. Thor coming out. What a bully Thor is. I suppose you condone action like this. First a cheap shot on Michael Strider, and then sticking his nose into Wyatt's business. Unbelievable.
Thor getting a little bit, just a fraction, just a smidgen of that revenge against those two crooks, Jeremy Wyatt and Michael Strider. What an impressive outing by Kyle O'Reilly here in the Scottish Rite Temple. Was unable to pick up a victory under auspicious circumstances, but now, Fight KC has gone up 5 victories to 3.
Absolutely fantastic match, fantastic series. It continues on. I can't wait to see what's next.
All right, fans, we'll see you next time here on the National Wrestling League Kansas City. Good night, everybody.